This is a very special graduation for us here at Vincennes University because it represents our 1,000th graduate to graduate here on the campus of Vincennes University in connection with this program. And this is the 59th cohort that's come through Vincennes. We started this program 4.5 years ago in the Indianapolis area, did a couple of cohorts there, then moved this to Vincennes in May of 2020. And here we are with the 59th graduation. Couldn't be happier to be here with everybody. Would like to welcome everybody who's here online attending the graduation. So family and friends who've got the link and are able to attend that way, as well as we typically have some leadership from various FCs that a number of you, fulfillment centers that a number of you will be returning to. So we want to welcome everybody who's attending online today. One of the things we like to do at graduation is acknowledge family and friends who supported all of you throughout this 12-week study here at Vincennes. And we got a number of you who have guests who are here in person. So if you don't mind, we're going to have you who have guests who are visiting stand up, let everybody know your name, where you're from, and then who you've got, introduce who your guest is. We'll start here. Sure. You can look at the camera too. How about that?
My name is Ayanna, Winston. I am from Chicago, Illinois, and with me today I have my boyfriend. My family is running a bit late, but I have my mom, my dad, my 2 grandmothers, and my sister here with me today.
All right. Welcome. How about you?
Everybody knows Graciela Juarez. I brought my 2 daughters, Vanessa and Valerie.
All right, ladies.
I'm Joseph Shamburger. I'm from Cohort, Texas. I've got my girlfriend with me.
All right, okay.
My name is Lucas Vanderveer. I have my mother and her husband over there with me today.
You came in from where?
Toledo, Ohio.
Toledo, Ohio. Welcome. We're glad to have you here. Anybody else? You're not a guest.
No, I'm in 60. I'm just watching everybody.
Good deal. We're glad to have you here. Excellent. All right. We also have some very special guests from our governmental contingents. And here in the back of the room is Mike Myers, and he represents Congressman Larry Bouchon. Mike, we're really glad that you're here. Congressman Bouchon has been a keen supporter of what we do around training here at Vincennes University. He's been supportive of many programs that we run here, and he's been very particularly supportive of this program. So thanks, Mike, again for being here. We also want to thank Congressman Bouchon for his service. He's decided to retire from Congress, didn't run this last election, and will be returning back to civilian life. And we look forward to him continue to contribute, and we look forward to continue working with you, Mike, along the way. We are awaiting the arrival of Ali St. Germain. She represents Senator Todd Young, who's one of our U.S. senators from Indiana. Senator Todd Young also has been very active in his support for what we do in Vincennes. Senator Young is a big supporter of the CHIPS Act, which is designed to bring technology to the United States, but in Senator Young's case, also bring technology to the state of Indiana. And so can't thank our senators and congressional reps enough for what they do to support VU and our mission of training and education. Very significant day for us in that we, as we said, we're graduating our 1,000th graduate through this program here on the Vincennes campus. Come on in. Looks like Ayanna's family has shown up. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's get you some seats. How about, Brett, can you want to come down here in the front?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, well, perfect timing. You want to do this again? You want to introduce your family members? Yeah, let's do that.
Do the whole ordeal again.
You know what? Yeah, do the whole ordeal again at the camera. How about that?
My name is Ayanna Winston. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and today I have my boyfriend, my dad, my mother, my grandmother, my sister, and my other grandmother.
Yay, welcome. So thanks again, family and friends who are here in person and online today. We know what a big sacrifice it was for your friends and family members to leave the day-to-day life where all of you are to come here to Vincennes to study for 12 weeks. But we also hope that all the love and support that you've given to these students, now graduates, is well worth it as they embark on their new careers. Ali St. Germain, hi. Good to see you from Senator Todd Young's office. We already said a lot of good things about Senator Todd Young, but we'll say some more. Ali's been a really keen supporter of what we do, as well as Senator Young. So thanks again for being here today. Really appreciate it. As I was saying, this represents our 1,000th graduate here on campus at Vincennes. We graduated more than 1,000 because we started that program in Indianapolis. But as we were starting the program back in the fall of 2019, Amazon looked to VU and said, hey, these 50 people that you've got going through this program is great, but we're gonna have to do a lot more if we're gonna be able to have the capable technician workforce that we need to move packages through the way we do it. And so President Chuck Johnson, the president of VU, and folks at Amazon met for us to come up with a plan to graduate more people faster than what we were going to do on the scale in Indianapolis. So we brought the program here to Vincennes. And so now we're celebrating 59 cohorts of students graduating and 1,000 graduates here on campus. And so representing our 1,000th apprentice is Ayanna Winston. Now, just to let everybody know, Ayanna's already done 2 television interviews, so she should be really ready to go on that. She looks a little nervous, though. You are a little nervous. Okay, you're gonna be fine. You got a great story to tell, as well as all of our students have great stories to tell. But you as the 1,000th graduate, take it away, please.
Okay, first I would like to acknowledge my family for being here for me on this special occasion, as it means so much to me, and thank you to the people in charge for taking a chance on me. Secondly, I want to thank each and every one of you and tell you all that I am so incredibly proud of all of you. Things have been rough some nights, but that didn't stop us from persevering and accomplishing what we set our minds to. This program has brought us from all different walks of life and so many different backgrounds. We have become a sort of a dysfunctional family in a way, and that's something I will never forget. Before I came here, I was lost. I had no idea how I wanted to do things after I graduated high school. I felt like I wasn't doing something right because everyone I graduated with had everything figured out for themselves, while I was left in the background trying to piece things together. But that didn't stop me from eventually finding my way and joining the apprenticeship program, and for that I am forever grateful. The instructors have been nothing short of amazing and super helpful. You guys have helped me tremendously and really dumbed things down for me when I needed it. The knowledge that I have gained from this program is only a stepping stone for what I really want to be and do in life. So with that being said, I would like to once again thank each and every one of you for just being there for me when I needed it. Thank you, classmates, for making me feel included and part of another family while I was away from ours. Thank you to the people in charge for choosing me. Thank you to my family for loving me from afar and being there for me to talk to while I was struggling. And thank you to my boyfriend for being nothing but an overflow of support in whatever way I need. You all will do great things, and I expect nothing less than that. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you, Ayanna, for those words. We also want to hear from some other members of the graduating class. I think all three of you are going to come up at once. We've got Fady, Fahim, Joseph Shamburger, and Jonathan Ochoa Gonzalez. Come on up, guys. Are you guys singing harmony? How are you guys going to do this?
I didn't know we were going on at the same time. So.
Oh, okay, then we'll do it in order.
Okay.
Okay, how about Fady, Fahim?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here you go. Sure.
How y'all doing? Welcome all to our 59 graduates. But I'm gonna call it from this point on as a family. When we started this program, none of us knew what we'd get into ourselves into. It was a tough program, it was a challenge from the beginning. We all came as individuals, but we ended up as a one family. Just like Ayanna said, we didn't know what we were expecting. We didn't know how hard the program was gonna be, how much study was gonna be. But all I can say that we never fell short, like either one of us, including myself, we fell short. We all of us stood next to each other, we supported each other, we helped each other up until we succeeded to make sure we all finished strong. So thank you, family. Thank you, friends and family that came over here. Thank you, appreciate you guys. And thank you for all the support. I'm gonna keep it short so I can move it on to Joe. So I know the program is a little long.
Yeah, great.
I was gonna keep it short. I was gonna keep it short.
Oh, not good at this, but let's roll.
Don't want to speak from the heart.
Oh, it's all from the heart, man. I just want to first thank you all for being here. Thank you to Amazon, thank you to Vincennes University, both for this opportunity that we're celebrating today. I want to thank you to the great instructors whom we've grown quite fond of, some more than others. Thank you to our families, our friends, and anyone not mentioned who have been so supportive through our journey. Be it little hidden notes to discover or phone calls inspiring us just to be better than we were yesterday. The last 3 months have felt like a blink of an eye, and yet the longest 3 months of our lives. Professor Richard Feynman once said, "Never regret a day in your life. Good days give happiness, bad days give experience, the worst days give lessons, the best days give memories." After this last 3 months, I think we've had all four, sometimes all in the same day. With Cohort 59, the good has always outweighed the bad. There wasn't a day you walked into class, and there wasn't someone there telling you good morning. The many nights we sat outside together, reminiscing about test or home, the many nights we ate together sharing stories, the many nights we studied together, stressed out and panicked, either at Cutter's or the library, just depending on the hour of the night. What stands true and most obvious in this, though, is that we did this together. Together, even on those tough days. Heck, every day started with 2 tests, pre-tests, study guides, and PowerPoints. Those tough days were rallying calls of sorts. Our scores were never hidden from one another. We celebrated those that got the extra question right. We picked up any who had their confidence shaken because we would never allow it. Our worst days, we had to watch some leave too early. That dreaded message of not passing the socket test, life deciding we don't have enough tests on our agenda already, and yet decides to administer its own tests as well. Slowly and skillfully, though, this whole process was silently preparing us for our best days. Our best days was seeing that genuine happiness in anticipation of every one of your peers, standing there outside the library, just waiting to celebrate with you the moment you gave that thumbs up signal. Our best days are being able to look at those we left behind, only to be able to return and say, "I did it." Best days are standing here together, finishing what we started. To Cohort 59, thank you for allowing me to get to know each and every one of you. I'm proud of the goals we accomplished, as well as the manner in which we accomplished those goals. As we graduate today, remember, waste no day, make happiness, gain experience, learn lessons, make memories. Thank you.
Gonzalez.
Hello, everybody. So thanks to the people who were able to attend this graduation, and thanks to the people that are actually watching us from home. Those who don't know me, my name is Jonathan Ochoa, but everybody here knows me as Johnny. I just want to be quick and give you guys actually a few words of motivation for all of these in class. I will talk to you about myself. I'm a funny and humble person. These 12 weeks of the course have not been easy for me. The reason why is because English is actually my second language. But I still did it. I didn't stop. I never gave up. And I continued to make that effort and fight to be able to graduate and achieve it. Class 59, we all made it. Thanks to each one of you that helped me with the smallest thing, but we're still willing to help me. I am always going to be grateful for it. Thank you, Sebastian, Angel, Beanie, Grace, Orlando, those who helped me to translate words that I didn't know what it means and helping me understand that. In these 12 weeks, we have completed one of many achievements that we're going to be able to finish during our career. Don't give up and move forward with your dreams. Thanks to all teachers who teach us and put up with us in teaching process. This has been an experience that none of us going to never forget. Once again, thanks to everybody, especially to my family that are watching me from Mexico, Stockton, mom, dad, sons, from Moren.
All right, well, thank you, Johnny, and thanks to other speakers. For those of you who are guests, I think you get a sense of how intense this programming was and how hard it was, but also how this class came together as a group, got everybody through all the classes, all the certification tests, and came through as a whole. We love when people make hundreds on their exams and are, have the highest scores of anybody who's come here. That's good. But what's really good is when we bring in a whole class and everybody that was here on the first day, is here on the last day, gotten all of their certifications. And another thing that's important to know is that they're also receiving an 18 credit hour certificate of program completion from Vincennes University. These are university credits that apply towards a Vincennes University degree. And Amazon employees have the opportunity to take those credits, apply them towards a degree with VU, and can study using the career choice dollars that are also available for free to Amazon employees. So we're just so happy to have everybody here today graduating. Michael Getchell, who is the Amazon program manager, couldn't be here in person today. He was online. And I hope he gave you his best regards. Michael and Amazon have been great partners. And Michael has been around since about day one of this program when it started in Indianapolis, made the transition to supporting this program. And we can't thank Amazon enough for everything that it's done to support us along the way. We've heard from students. The next group that we want to hear from is our faculty. This program would not be possible and would not be the quality that it is without the teachers that we have in this program. I think that our graduates can attest to the fact that we got a great bunch of faculty who combine a lot of years of industry experience with a lot of good education, and then also that ability to convey the knowledge and experience that they have to you to get you through this program. And also the administrative support that we have behind this program. So I want to thank, on the administrative side, Jerry Ruble, who oversees all of our industrial maintenance programming, Brett McCandless, who oversees the Amazon program, Rochelle Urban, who supports us on the admin side, and then all of our instructors, Joshua Brett, Stephen Corey, Hubie Holland, Charles Martin, Wesley Rourke, Dan Stanescu, Larry Tennant, and Rocky Wolf. I wish we could give all of them a big round of applause. Now, as Joe said, there are some instructors that you may have a little more fondness for or a little less. I'm not sure where this instructor fits into that category, but I assume that it's a little more. And so the other instructor that I did not introduce as part of the group, but will introduce as our faculty speaker today is Kurt Bedwell. Kurt.
Congratulations and felicidades. Did I get that close?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm pretty excited for you all and your graduation. And for those of you that are not regular, that's not been here dealing with me over the past number of weeks, I need to bring everybody up to speed so that we're all on the same page. Everybody needs to understand what we do. And one of the things I like to do is I have quoted a number of times for everybody a very ancient document that specifies that laughter is the best medicine. You all have heard that, right? And so there's this life tool that everyone needs to know and learn and understand. You all already know what it is that have been students here, but the rest of you don't know what it is, so I'm going to give you an opportunity to practice it. And so, see, she's already onto it. It's this thing called polite laughter. And even if it's not funny, you have to be able to do it without coming across as sarcastic. So, like, if Dave was to tell me a joke that's really not funny, he's my vice president. Of course, I'm gonna. I mean, if you're like, doesn't work. Okay, so everybody's gonna get an opportunity to practice this. Don't worry. Mike, this is an opportunity for you to join in here, so feel free to join in. So let me just start off by saying this. Do you know how to catch a one-of-a-kind rabbit? One-of-a-kind rabbit. How do you catch it? You sneak up on it. You all didn't do very well with your polite life. You're going to have to work on that, I'm telling you. The thing that I've discovered about life is there are challenges. There are challenges that you all had when you came here that you didn't know you were going to have, but you figured out you were going to have it after you got here, and then you didn't even figure out you had the challenges until after you had already had them and got on the other side of it. And one of the challenges is culture shock. I mean, when y'all come here, you didn't really think about it, that you're planning on coming and that there would be culture shock, but there is. You left home, you left friends, you left family, you came here and you experienced culture shock, and you got through it, and you're a little stronger and a little bit different, and maybe even a little more refined being on the other side of it. Now, I want to encourage you with this. So with each of these challenges that I talked to you about, I'm also going to give you some encouragement. For example, a challenge that we typically don't talk about is a thing that's called reentry. So that's reverse culture shock. So you go back, everybody's been continuing on without you over the last 12 weeks. You've been continuing here doing the activities and the things that you've been doing that are a little bit different and outside the norm of what you've been doing. So when you go back, you're going to reassimilate with family and friends and your co-workers and everybody else. That's a little bit of a challenge. Right now doesn't seem like it. We're on a high. We're excited about the things we're doing. We're excited about the opportunities and the hard work that's paid off and you've gotten on the other side of it. But with that comes a new challenge. So there are some challenges that we don't know that are down the road. For example, a challenge about the time that you think that you're done training and learning and going through all of this, you think I'm done with it. It never stops. You always have more to learn. There's always more to learn across a lot of different areas of life. I like to tell you, it's not even all about the academics. Now, academics are important to us. Obviously, we're Vincennes University. We're in the business of academics and helping people learn and grow and be challenged. But I want to encourage you with this. Just like you invest in your education and the things that you've been doing here over the last 12 weeks, I want to encourage you to invest in all those other things. We're made up as people that are involved with emotionally, physically, mentally. You know, we're made up of all those things. So physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually, all these things. If we don't keep all of these things intact and work on continuing to grow in all of them, we get out of balance. Anytime we're out of balance, we're susceptible for a great crash and a fall. Some of you have experienced that before in life, and you understand and you kind of get it. Well, I want to encourage you to even grow through those. Listen, every one of us in the room are unique. Right? You look around the room and you see that we're all unique, but we're also all the same in that we all experience challenges. And so it's, how do we deal with it? That's a challenge in and of itself. Well, I tend to believe and want to encourage you with, if you keep that physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, and spiritually in your relationships and all of those strong in all of those areas, I believe that the crashes and the burns are less likely and they won't be as hard. So I want to encourage you, even though you look around the room and you see that we're all unique, we're also all the same. And I know some of y'all are waiting because when I say the word unique, it reminds me of something. It reminds me of this. Do you know how to catch a one-of-a-kind cat? Huh? What do you think? Did somebody say unique up on it? No, why did you try to catch a cat? That was the moment. Thank you. You finally got it. Thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Thank you, Kurt. Very much appreciated. All right. Now we're at the very formal part of this ceremony. And so I am going to ask that the candidates qualifying for the Certificate of Program Completion please stand. It is my privilege to certify that these candidates meet the necessary qualifications for the conferring of the Certificate of Program Completion in Mechatronics and Robotics and Automation. The faculty has prepared the students to meet the requirements of Vincennes University, and they join me in recommending that the appropriate degrees be conferred. Upon the recommendation of the faculty, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Vincennes University Board of Trustees, I do hereby confer on you certificates of program completion in mechatronics, robotics, and automation, with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. You may now turn your tassels. Congratulations. You all sit. We're going to hand out the certificates. Brett McCandless is going to introduce each one of the graduates. Jerry Ruble and I will hand out the certificates. And any family members and friends, if you want to get photos over here when your graduates come over, feel free to do that. But you've also, we'll also let you do that. You got all the time in the world to take photos afterwards too, if you like. And then I asked at the conclusion of the ceremony if the graduates will, if simple as a group, will take a group photo in front of the banner as well with your tassels. So Brett, you want to take it over?
All right, Kenneth Baker.
Yeah, kid.
I'm pretty sure. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, 100%.
200.
I see it. I see it. Cutters, yeah.
Well, congratulations, graduates. We got a couple of closing remarks from Brett. And then if the graduates assemble for a group photo, we'd really appreciate that. Heard a few references here amongst the graduates about the library annex, which I think is also known as Cutter's Way. It's safe to say that the real library is not going to go out of business without you patronizing it. But the annex might have gone out of business without you being there. So we do very much appreciate the fact that you made the most of your student experience here, the student life that we have here on campus, the community that you got to be a part of for 12 weeks. This community really appreciates Vincennes University, but it really appreciates you as students being here. I hear it every day, folks in town who've met you, who've gotten to know you a little bit over the time that you've been here. And so thank you very much for being great students, for being great citizens here in Vincennes, Indiana. Wish you the very best as you go back to your, now we've had 42 different states represented amongst graduates over the time that we've been doing this. And as one of Indiana's 7 state-supported universities, we're really glad to have John and Grisella going to fulfillment centers here in Indiana. Indiana students being taught by an Indiana university. And for everybody else, we thank you for coming to Indiana for this education. We hope that you'll consider continuing on for your associates and or your bachelor's through career choice. And with that, I'll turn it over to Brett.
All right, just a few closing remarks here. So in my position, I don't get to meet or deal with you all on a daily basis, a lot like the instructors do. Generally, if I do get to know somebody, it's not a good thing because that means they've been sent to me for various reasons. But I do know I have dealt with some of you, but none of it's been on for bad reasons. And so this as a cohort group, you were a very good group. I think all the instructors appreciated having you in class. I appreciated having you here. You were a no drama type of group, which is great. You came in, you did your work, you worked together as a team, and I think it shows, with the successes that you had here. So when you leave, I hope that you take with you this realization that what you accomplished here, because this is not easy. This is not an easy program. I taught for many years over in the College of Technology, and I know that the amount of study and time and stressors that were put on you are as great, if not greater, than what any college student has to endure. And so from that, you know that when you meet challenges, you have what it takes to overcome those now. And just apply those things that you learned about yourself here when you leave here. Also, because of what you've accomplished here, you know that if you wanted to go on your education and further it, you have the ability to do that, right? You know now what it takes to study for tests and to take notes and to do the things that it takes to successfully complete a course. You're all very capable of that now, so that's good. And then, remember that in each of the course areas here, we talk about safety. So when you go back to your job sites, don't forget that. Always be safe, look around, take that, just extra couple minutes to evaluate the situation before you get involved, and make sure that you go home every night, to your family. And then the last, probably the most important thing I have to say is, when you leave, make sure you turn in your room key.
And with that, we're adjourned. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, everybody for a group